In today's video, I'm going to tell you how I got arrested by the Nigeria police because of snail. A lot of people want to be like Alubarika snail farm and other snail experts in the snail industry. But are you ready to face the challenges that I've been facing as a snail farmer? The current Nigeria president, he has faced a lot of challenge before he could become Nigeria president. So if you want to become a great in life, so you must be ready to face challenges. Without wasting much of our time, let me narrate how I got arrested because of what? Because of snail. So I have intensive caging system, which I usually use for people who come for snail farming training, which is practical training. I usually use this intensive caging system to train snail beginner. So in order to make my training, in order to make it more standard, in order to make it more interesting, so I decided to make mini snake greenhouse so that whenever snake beginner come for practical training, I'll be able to teach them snake greenhouse also. So in order to build this snake greenhouse, I have a place where I used to plant crops like maize, guinea corn, okra, etc. So I have a place where I used to plant crops. So in order to make this mini greenhouse for this snake beginner, so I use a section of this farm for snake greenhouse. So I did the necessary thing and I did the plantation. So during the process of allowing these plants to grow, so this land is between different fence, different house. So they started throwing debris, house waste, different thing into this farm. So sometimes I usually furious. Sometimes I usually annoyed the way they will throw all these debris, all this waste, house waste into this farm. Sometimes I was so furious that should I arrest these people? I was thinking, how will I arrest my neighbor? So, and these people are not the people we used to chat. We used to talk to each other, but we don't fight each other. So we try to report direct to these people that they should stop throwing waste into this farm. But despite that, they still continue. These things still persist. So sometimes they throw it in this snake greenhouse. Kitchen waste like yam, soup, different things, they throw it in this snake greenhouse. And that time I was also planting something there. So something's already in that farm. I've already planted something in that farm. So they throw it inside the farm, they also throw it inside the snake greenhouse. So I decided not to report these people to the police. So I report to the elders. So they consult this person several times that they should stop throwing something into my farm. She said she used to throw something, but she has stopped it because they have accused him several times. She said she has stopped it, but this thing still persists direct from his kitchen, direct from his banquet. So I know she didn't stop it. This thing still persists. So this elder consults this person like 3 to 4 times. So the thing still persists. So I didn't bother about the waste they are throwing inside the farm. So I didn't bother about that one. So when I harvested all those plants, so I was waiting for the plants to grow enough before I can stop the snail. So during this process of waiting, they still continue throwing kitchen waste. So what annoys me most is this kitchen waste, because if I still keep quiet whenever I stop snail, you know, most of the kitchen waste always contain shot. So if I allow them to continue throwing kitchen waste into this greenhouse, so it will eventually kill the snail. So at a point, there is a day I went to this greenhouse. They have thrown dead snake shell into this snake greenhouse. So there is a time I saw soup, kitchen soup. There is a time I saw soup. They throw it on this snake greenhouse. I was so furious to report these people. I kept quiet. So later on, sometimes they will throw yam, different kinds of kitchen waste. So there is a day when I went to the farm. So I saw that they have thrown dead snail cell all on this farm, Alubarika. So they have thrown it on this farm, the dead snail, the shell and the dead meat. So they throw it on this snake greenhouse. Everywhere was smelling. So I was thinking, what will I do to stop this thing? So in order this thing not to cause noise, not to cause trouble, I've tried my best. So I said, what will I do? So I said, let this thing turn to noise. So that when it turns to noise, we should be able to settle it amicably. So, and I think, what will I do? I said, whenever they throw something into this farm, I will throw it back. So that is when I saw when they throw this dead snake. So, and I retaliate. I throw it back to their pankoli. So at night, this person came around. She was shouting because I was the one doing, because she knew I was the one farming in that area. So she was shouting that who throw something in my farm. I said I was the one. Are you not the one that has been throwing something in my farm? We have warned you several times, you didn't stop it. And I was the one that threw it. So we sat on each other. I thought that that's what I want. When we sat on each other, we settle it so that she can stop throwing it. So we sat on each other. So everything. So she went away. What I can see in the next 5 minutes, I saw Nigeria police. They said, who is also? I said, I was the one. So they said, I'm under arrest. That I should follow them to your station. I said, yes, sir, no problem. Before you go, let me show you something in this farm. They said, no, because it is dark already. They said, no, I should follow them to the police station. So when we got there, so we started dragging this issue. She was saying she was not the one. That since they have told her she didn't throw any waste again. I said, no, she was the one. So we started dragging. So at a point, the police said I didn't have evidence that she was the one doing it. So they expect me to put camera in that farm? And what is glaring is that place, nobody usually throw debris in that area. So the police was saying that so anybody can throw something in that place. So I didn't have evidence that she was the one. That I should provide the evidence that she was the one. In Nigeria situation, any person that first came to report to them, so most of them usually cite the person. Most likely once that person has given them money, allegedly. That's what we usually hear from people. So, and it seemed like that day, because as I was trying to explain from the beginning, they didn't allow me to explain. They just go through what happened last. So they didn't allow me to explain, but they allowed the other person to explain from beginning to end. So I was told to provide evidence, which I couldn't do so. So, and my people was also there in that day. So they started shouting on me, the two police. So that is how my people then started begging. So after different conversation, they said I was guilty. Even they will even report that I threw that I threw that debris inside their bedroom. They didn't even say it inside Bankoli. It is when I was written statement, when I was told to write statement against myself, that the later understood that it was not inside their bedroom. So after different consultation, so they said I was guilty. So with different begging from my people, so they begged that people also. So they asked me to write statements like a criminal against myself, that if I have an issue with them again, so I should be punished for it. So that is how we settle everything. After that, they asked me to write statements that I should not repeat what I did again, that I should not fight with them again. If I fight them, the law should take action on me. Despite the frustration in my farm, I did this thing. I retaliate because of the snake. Because I don't want this snake to die because of the kitchen's waste, which I know they were the one doing it. But I was asked to provide the evidence. Do they expect me to put camera in my farm? But no one is island of knowledge. Day by day, we will continue to be learning. So I learned my lesson as a person, because this is what I've been trying to avoid. So I was thinking, how will I arrest my neighbor? But they did so. So we settled everything. At least we left the station maybe around 10 to 12. So when we got home in the following day, so I find it difficult to go back to the farm. Difficult to go back to the farm, because they said I was guilty of the case. So I just forget it. So the following day, I go back to the farm. That is how I go to the farm every day. So I didn't bother about what happened. Even sometimes when I got there, I heard a lot of things, but I ignored it. So this farm I'm talking about, this mini greenhouse I'm talking about, this greenhouse has produced a lot of snail for me. I've earned a lot of money from this snail greenhouse. I've used this greenhouse to train a lot of what? A lot of people. And this greenhouse is producing snail, a lot of snail for me. So I didn't quit because of what? Because of the challenges. The challenges I'm also talking about is still persist, but despite that, I didn't quit. So that is life. If you want to become somebody in your own field, in your own profession, you must ready what to face challenges. Because this life, we are in this life to fight each other. Because of what? Because of human character. So we are in this life to fight war. This life is what? Is war. So this is my story. How I got arrested by Nigerian police because of what? Snail. Because for the snail to survive. So make sure you share this post, like this post, always on your notification bell. Welcome to Alubarika Snail Farm. You are chatting the culture, the snail professor. Thank you for watching.